Look at this thing. That is really, really cool. Coolest feature hands down. I don't see... Okay, Tesla can do it, but it's not as cool as holding it and letting the car do it yourself. More pixels for the Hyundai. This is actually Morse code for the letter H, Hyundai. And if you decide to put it in sport mode, it flashes red to confirm that you now are officially in sport mode. Like, making a 3-point turn in this thing is going to be the easiest thing on the planet, hands down now. That car companies are still doing small things like this. They didn't have to put Morse code in the steering wheel, but they did. It makes it look much, much cooler. I love that. I loved it a lot. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I got the key to a 2024 Hyundai Ioniq 6, courtesy of Hyundai Gyro. And they have a little promotion going on. If you are in the market for a Hyundai, tap the link below and email the person. Bill is his name. Email him and say you watched the video. He'll reserve you the vehicle you're looking at and give you a cute little discount on top of that too, courtesy of just simply watching this video. But back to the review. Since, as you guys can see, we're in a very tight parking spot between two gigantic big body Benzes, I can't really squeeze in and out. So we take our key, flip it to the side. Yeah, we can move this thing out. So lock it, start the vehicle up. There we go. And since the vehicle is now on and ready, hold the pushing P so that it like moves out by itself. So give it a moment, look at it. And solo by itself. This is actually very, very freaky. Like, now I can get in the car by myself, no questions asked, and it just keeps on going. If you want it to stop, let go. Car stops immediately. Want it to back up a little bit more because you just don't want to back it up yourself, line it up, and it will back itself up. That is really, really cool. Like, coolest feature, not gonna lie, and they perfected it very well. But let's pull it back out and we'll actually continue with this review. We'll do a quick little, come on. Look at this thing. That is really, really cool. Coolest feature hands down. I don't see... Okay, Tesla can do it, but it's not as cool as holding it and letting the car do it yourself kind of thing, okay? But let's talk about this car real quick. This thing is 2 electric batteries powering it, so it's gonna be all-wheel drive. Again, this thing has the rear-wheel drive variant, but this one that we're on right now is the all-wheel drive variant. 320 horsepower, 456 pound-feet of torque, powering all 4 wheels, making this thing, again, all-wheel drive. And the theme about this vehicle, and specifically, is that this thing has a big, big fantasy for pixels. If I keep walking around, you guys will start to notice more and more pixels as I keep looking around. Pixels up here, and coming over to the side, you'll see pixels over here, coming all the way to the front, pixels over here, coming all the way down here, pixels over here, and there's so many more pixels in the interior of this vehicle. But let us talk about the trunk space, because that is definitely something you guys will be thinking about, because this thing is a smaller version of the Ioniq 5, which is not as boxy. I mean, which is much more boxier compared to this one, and also an SUV. But popping the trunk for us, which is also automatic, which I really, really love. Hopping inside, decent trunk space, nothing crazy. Tire mobility kit over here as well too. Move this out of the way. If you think you have storage down here, you have a little bit, but not much, because under this is probably where your battery is going to be, so you really don't get that much space, except for this back trunk area-ish. Push this, and it closes up by itself. Very, very nice. And again, more pixels again. Coming all the way down here, you see it says Ioniq 6. Instead of the traditional Hyundai logo that's only by itself up here, it has a little company down here. And you can see the little spoiler, making it look a little bit more sportier than it really is. But again, 0 to 6 comes in a good 4.3 seconds, making this thing very, very fast and very enjoyable to drive. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention. Look at this. Lock my doors, handles disappear, making this thing look much more aerodynamic. I love that. Unlock my doors, handles pop out. I'm a baller. What can I say? But hopping inside, tons of legroom, little moonroof up there, and this thing is really, really long too. When you hop into it, it reminds me of a Toyota Camry, but slightly longer. Heated seats back here, window controls back here, door handle, Bose sound system, some storage down here. and a lot of plastic that is actually really textured, which actually makes it much nicer than just a simple slab of plastic that's solid. That's my favorite part. But hopping to the main attraction, which is going to be the front, you are greeted with the Ioniq 6 riding down here and more pixels. Hopping inside, grab your leg, close the door. Both solid system. As you guys can see, there is no window controls here, but they're all over here. That's the coolest thing. They have reinvented where the windows are supposed to be. And if you're asking where your shifter knob is, let me put my keys away. Where the shifter knob is, foot, turn the car on, and this is where your shifter knob is. Very, very nice. And you also get a backup camera. And if you want to put it in park, press the button and it puts itself in park. And you also see more pixels for the Hyundai. This is actually Morse code for the letter H, Hyundai. And if you decide to put it in sport mode, it flashes red to confirm that you now are officially in sport mode. Coolest little details like this make me happy that car companies are still doing small things like this. They didn't have to put Morse code in the steering wheel, but they did. It makes it look much, much cooler. I love that. I loved it a lot. And the little drive mode selector that's down here compared to like the other Hyundais that are over here, I love that. Makes me feel like I'm in some exotic car that, okay, I don't have to stretch my hand out here. I just have to press a button and I'm good. I'm blessed. Huge, almost 12 inches of screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto that you have to wire. It's not wireless. You have to plug it in over here and have it wired. You have a charging pad over here. Your seat controls over here as well, which I do like that there's a dedicated button for that, so I don't have to scroll like multiple things to get to it. And most of your things are honestly going to be in button reach over here. So snap it, we're on map, snap, we're now in media now, and the thing responds very, very quickly. And I love that. But let's turn up our volume because I want to hear how good the Bose system in this thing sounds like. Is it all you need to feel this heat? Okay. Okay, this thing sounds good. I love it already, and it's my favorite electric car. And as you can see, there's little wings sprouting out from the sides as well too, which is really, really nice. But let's go for a drive because I've been yapping a little bit too long. Let's go for a quick little drive. Also, auto hold feature, but you know me, we're starting in sport mode, giving this thing everything already. But let's do a quick 3-point turn as well. And then boom, 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 boom. Wow, I did not expect that much range in this thing. This thing is really like making a 3-point turn in this thing is might be the easiest thing on the planet, hands down now. Now let us horn test. 2024 Hyundai Ioniq 6 horn test. Let's go. Okay. Sounds, it's not authoritative in any way, shape or form. It's not big, angry, get out of my way type feel. It's more of a, oh, I'm here, please don't hit me kind of feel. But let us do one quick acceleration. And if you're wondering what the power shifters are for, these are for your regenerative braking, making you come to a complete stop without even stepping on the gas. Now 3, 2, 1. Oh my god damn. 0 to 60 comes in a good 4.3 seconds for this variant of the Hyundai. Pushing 320 horsepower all-wheel drive. Like, this thing is quick, man. It's addictive once you get used to the power because it's not even the power, it's just the acceleration that gets to you that makes you wonder, how much more can I get? The only reason Tesla is doing slightly better than this one is because Tesla actually has a performance variance and Hyundai, for the time being, does not. That's the only advantage that the Tesla has compared to this one. This one is much more conventional as you would get used to it because it's basically a regular car that just so happens to be electric. There's no big touchscreen that we have to rack your brain around to try and understand. It's just simple stuff. Okay, Drake, no thank you. You also have giant screen, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, WAM, maps, circulation, like everything can be accessed through here, but you can also access it through the very bottom. And also another cool little feature, signals. Put on your signal, this happens. You can see your blind spot. You don't even have to check your blind spot as much. Even though I recommend you still do, it's just a cool little thing that is out there, and for you to see. Heads up display as well. And let us quickly try out our cruise control after one more launch, because I really want to launch this thing one more time. I'm not gonna get up to 60 because there's no real highway or deserted area where I am right now, but we can still get up to speed relatively quickly. Comes to a complete stop, one pedal driving right now. More pixels over here. 3, 2, 1. The acceleration is nuts, it's scary, but after a while you will get used to it as well. It's just a thing that once you get used to it, it's okay. But when it's your first time driving an electric car, this is oddly terrifying. It's actually very, very scary. But overall, it's just a matter of time until you get used to a beautiful car like this. Arguably my favorite electric car of all time, because unlike Tesla, you don't have to go through 5 different things on the screen. Everything from regenerative braking to self-driving and cruise control is all accessed here, making it very, very simple. And it also shows you where the nearest charging port is. Charging station is as well too, before you actually run out of juice and end up having to go call a tow truck or something. But let us do cruise control one more time, and then we'll call it a day. Cruise control settings have been met, and we're going 31 kilometers an hour. And it does have this is adaptive cruise control, so if there's a car in front of us, this car would automatically slow down and pick up by itself, which is very, very nice. And a little detail is that there's some ambient lighting going all around this strip here. Something most would not notice, but it's just a small little detail that I love. But anyway guys, this has been Morty in the 2024 Hyundai Ioniq 6. Arguably the coolest thing ever. Take care guys, and peace.